Right now, we're going to be talking with Mayor Robert Kraft of Gulf Shores, and Mayor Kraft joining us from City Hall. Mayor Kraft, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Glad to be here.
Good. First of all, I want to know one thing. Where are you going to be celebrating after tomorrow night once the beaches are open at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday?
We'll be hanging out around the beach and hoping everything goes as well as we're planning.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about those plans. What do you guys have in place? Because you know, Thursday night there are going to be a lot of people there, but then the weekend is coming and the beaches are open. So what plans do you guys have in place for things like crowd control, for instance, and making sure that people are keeping their social distance and other things that need to be done to make sure that we can keep the beaches open?
Well, we will have all of our police force will be available, along with our lifeguards that are working and helping us patrol the beach, or beach patrols on the beach. So we'll be working the best we can to make sure that these beginning phases, people understand what's expected of them, and giving them instructions and helping them understand, and hopefully talking them peacefully into doing what they need to do. And we're just hopeful that the folks showing up are aware of how important this is, that they take care of themselves as well as the community here.
Tell us why that's so important for people to be not only self-protecting, but also to be responsible.
Well, you know, the number one of importance in this whole process of reopening our beaches is making sure we take care of the safety, not only of the visitors that are coming, but in our position, more importantly, our locals that live here that are greatly concerned about having outside folks come in and potentially bringing situations with them, issues with them, and not being accustomed to what we're doing and expecting people to do here. Our community's been very diligent about wearing masks, staying out of public places. The elderly and the folks with underlying conditions are taking care of themselves. You very seldom see them. So we're doing a good job here, and it has shown in the number, or the few numbers that I'm aware of anyone in this city that has an issue to deal with. So I'm pretty confident our folks know what they're doing, but we don't have any idea who's coming and how responsible they are. And that is the concern that I have more than anything else.
Yeah, you bring up a very good point about the people that live there year-round. You know, what have you done to assuage their fears about people coming into town that could possibly have coronavirus or other issues?
We've encouraged them, if they have underlying issues and they're concerned about their health, stay home. They haven't been going to the beach anyway because they haven't been able to. So we're not taking away an opportunity to go to the beach. But if you're concerned about your health, you need to continue doing what you've been doing, which is stay home, go to the grocery store carefully, wear your mask, wash your hands, take care of yourself just like you would in any other situation. And what we will have going on in the beach will be different than we've had before, and we'll have people that we don't know who they are. So our locals, either they have the choice of come down and take your chance and enjoy the beach with them, or not. Now, we are providing one area of our public parking for locals only. So we will have an area of the parking area. The beach will not be segmented off, but the parking area where people park and where the restrooms are, that we will have an attendant cleaning that is for our locals that have hurricane reentry stickers on their car. We'll be able to go and get in and park there and enjoy an opportunity to get to the beach on their own by themselves. And I know a lot of our folks are going to want to go walk on the beach also.
Sure. Mayor, you were one of the leading proponents in opening the beaches up weeks before the governor made her decision to do so. What gave you the confidence to make that recommendation to the governor?
Well, I don't know that I was that far out in front of her, but I was concerned about, I mean, you know, we're the number one concern, and I can't state this strongly enough, number one concern is the health of our community here and health of the people that are coming, making sure we can maintain that. But there's also, we have some very iconic, multi-generational businesses here that exist only here. We don't have very many chain restaurants, and so the big chains have multiple other areas to make money. Our folks are here, and their whole livelihood is here. and we want to protect those the best we can for the families that are impacted, but also because those are the things that make us different and unique. That people come to the beach, they want to go to a family-focused local restaurant that has special recipes that they've loved over the years, and we really don't want to lose those people.
Yeah, let's talk about the restaurants. Seemingly everything else is open. I know that's not the case, but restaurants, as far as dine-in options, remain closed. How hard are you going to push the governor to get those restaurants back open, especially in a town like Gulf Shores that depends so much on their restaurant business?
Well, we have put together, we've reached out to some of our local, better operated restaurants, one in the Foley area, one in Gulf Shores, and a couple in Orange Beach, to put together their protocol of what they would do to keep their employees safe and keep the customers safe. We've compiled that and delivered it to the governor's office for them to understand at least what we would be doing here and how seriously we take this, and to help her maybe understand some of the guidelines that may be important for them to consider in whatever rules they put forward. So we're pretty confident we can operate the restaurants, but I understand where she is, and with the state of Alabama has not, like some of the other states, we've not seen really a decline over the last 14 days of cases being found. It's fairly steady. It's not increasing, but it's not decreasing, and that was one of the federal guidelines they're recommending before we open all of those areas like that we see a decline for a 14-day period, which we have not seen. So I understand the dynamics behind the decision, but I also believe we are positioned to be able to do it the right way as soon as she's ready.
Yeah, if you had to pick a date on the calendar, when do you think she'll get back to you and other restaurant owners around the Foxton viewing area and say, okay, boys, open the doors up?
I'm hopeful that we will hear that at least by the 15th, because I think that was part of their plan, was to come back out something around the 15th, if not sooner. But I know they're looking at it. I know that they're going to do the best they can. And Dr. Harris, our head ADPH guy, is going to be involved in making the decision for safety. So they know what they're doing up there, and I want to make sure they know we know what we're doing down here, and hopefully those two minds together will get these restaurants open as soon as possible.
All right, Mayor Robert Kraft, Gulf Shores, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.